Muse video podcast, where Dawn is always your host.
Hello, everyone. Happy motherfucking Saturday, right? It's Saturday. What day is it? Yeah.
Saturday.
Saturday. It's August 13th. It is my brother's birthday. Even though we don't talk, happy motherfucking birthday to my brother. He is the Navy.
Happy birthday to Dawn's brother.
He is an EOD in the Navy here in San Diego. So thank you for your service. Happy birthday to you. But congratulations, you beautiful souls. Of seeing it through this whole fucking week, right? This week, this ever-evolving, ever-changing, ever-confusing, basic, here we go, basic thing called life, and here we the fuck are. It's annoying, it's unloving, kind, it's fucking, your choice, to or not to be, that is the question. It's fucking fucked up, but I always like to say this, I think it's gonna be the thing that I say, but my girlfriend, Frequency Angel, always says it's the most happy in the universe because it's ever evolving, right? So congratulations to you, and we are again the Untethered Muse podcast. We're gonna start doing stuff Spotify. I bring the audio to Spotify, but right now I really like the lives. So this is where we're at right now, and yeah. So give the go. Not on the take a talk. You did tuba. Not a tuba, like you.
The Yuba Tuba.
But I don't know.
This is a lot of fun.
What's a Yuba?
I agree.
It's like the big, like the.
It's that big motherfucker. Like that.
Yeah, the big motherfucker. Oh, that's what she said. It was so big. Yeah.
That's what she says. So whatever. All the time.
Yeah. How was your? I mean, we did some podcasts throughout the week. But how was your Friday? How was your Friday?
My Friday was, let's see, my Friday was good. It was hot. It was, it was pretty much the same as always, except tonight I was punching some ice and fucking bleeding all over the car because punching ice, don't do it. Punching ice is like punching glass. I mean, it started out, I thought it was just a little cut, and I'm like, no big deal. But it acts like glass, right? So it almost like a razor blade cut. It goes all the way down, and then it opens up, and then you just don't stop bleeding. So fucking blood's all over me. I'm trying to like cover my hand up in my shirt. So all the way home.
Don't cover it. Always find out. Don't cover it up. Don't cover it up.
Don't punch ice, guys, ladies, everybody. Don't punch ice. Punch anything but ice or glass. Don't punch glass either. I like to punch glass, but it does the exact same thing as ice.
I actually think you're lying, and you were actually punching glass, which is cool. To each your own.
No. I went to get ice at the gas station, and it was like almost frozen solid. And usually when I punch it, it's not like one big piece of ice, but this one was like one. Usually you can punch it and then it breaks up, but this one was like a fucking piece. This one was like one big piece of fucking solid ice, man. And I'm like, and it's like hitting a brick wall.
Yeah, you gotta find the right ice, right? You gotta find the right ice that you just. And it's what I do with ice when I buy. I take it and I take the bag. I'm like, I think about somebody that I really fucking.
You throw it on the floor, right?
I like to throw people on the floor, and I like to fucking. I like that. I like the MMA style fighting. You know how to MMA style fight? That's the. Nobody on the streets knows how to MMA fight. I say fist, pump, knives, swords, guns, whatever. If you throw somebody on their back, and you start, man, throw that on the ground. Throw it on the ground. At the end of the day, you. Yeah, baby. Dun 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 dun. But anyways, all right, stop, collaborate, and listen. Ice is back with a brand new one. Okay, I'm done. I'm not a rapper tonight. I'm today.
You're a good rapper.
But
you're a good rapper.
Yeah. So yeah, this week's been fucking trippy, right?
Yeah, you had a fucking trippy week. I mean, holy
It,
motherfucker. That's all you though. It's all you.
it's trip. It is. I mean, it started this live. I was actually at my house, who is a super. He's been gone hunting, fishing away for cheese. Actually, the only motherfucking person that has my back. There's a lot of people that know, right? But he's gone for a while, and since we started this live podcast, that's when this whole story began, right? This transformation, this evolving, this needing to grow, this needing to let go. It is the full moon. By the way, you guys, right now is the full moon, and what that means is it is time to let go of the motherfucking things that you know need in your life, right? Whatever that looks like for you. Everyone's path is different. The people, places, things, the traumas, the shit, that fucking shadow, you gotta accept it, you gotta let it go. And this, when we started this podcast is when my transformation really began, and I didn't know it. And today, or I mean yesterday, is when it ended, and it was the most painful. This has been, the whole year has been transforming. Since transforming more than me, Transformers. That's fucking legit. Those words are fucking legit.
Optimus Prime.
Those words are shit. Transforming more the eye, because you're not going to be able to see it, right? You transform, not be able to see it until you catch it, right? Yeah, yesterday was the end. I think. I don't know. I'm in this kind of I don't know anything right now stage, and I'm allowing that. No, I can believe it. Oh, that's a huge step for Dawn. But I can't believe that this is how people are. But at the end of the day, things are changing. You never know what somebody can do to you, right? You never know, even though you think it's ending, and everything's cool. You just have to kind of keep your eyes open. But today was yesterday, I keep saying today like it's fucking yesterday, but it was a really, the ending was very emotional, and you were on the phone with me. I have condoms on my pinky. I got condoms on my pinky.
We're testing condoms, people. We're testing condoms. Would you like to buy a condominium?
But it was very emotional. It was very sad. It was very I never want to see people be the way that they are. Like, I always feel that there's like this little, they're so kind. You know, I always try and give people the benefit of the doubt. And I do that over and over and over again. Like, I'm a giving person. I give and give and give and give. But you know what? Now I don't do that. I will no longer do that more. And you can see it on this podcast. And I was actually watching our podcast from the gate from when we started. And I said that before. I said, I got this, man. I didn't have it. I did not have it. And I talked myself, like, I talked myself up, like, man, I got this, right? My dad was here. No. Okay. Like I said in the previous podcast, there will always be, if you did not work on it previously, it will come back and it will bite you even harder. So what I want to say, please, what the fuck it takes, when that time comes, if you fucking see it, you gotta work on it first and foremost. I don't give a fuck. And if you don't learn it, it's come back and it's gonna fucking haunt your ass and it's gonna be miserable. And yesterday was miserable. Yesterday was the ending. I hope as the full moon approaches, which is odd enough, but I was really fucking hurt. I couldn't even drive my car. After we hung up, Ryan, the last conversation with that person, we were on the phone. I sat there and I was just like in this daze. And I sat there for probably like, I don't know, 20 minutes. Just like, is this really happening right now? You know? Because I like to look for the good in people, and I always give them the benefit, and I always, like I said, I do it over and over and over again, and I had it. I've finally allowed myself to be that it is, and I've cut 3 people out of my life as of today, and I fucking mean that shit, and they know it, and and I'm being consistent and as of at this time right now. But it's not easy.
And Dawn, I'm so sorry you went through that.
I don't want to cry, man. I don't want to cry.
So it's okay. It's all right, man. It's all right.
But like
It's all right.
sometimes, like I'm not playing the victim, right? And nobody can put ourselves in these situations, and it's not. It's something that we have to learn. Something that we do, and some of the things
Well,
I did. Yeah.
Here's the thing. I mean, I've done this myself. I mean, I want to think of people a certain way, and it doesn't turn out that way. I mean, we want to trust people. We want to put them in a position to where we think they are, but they're actually not. And then, you know, we find out the truth, and then it's like, I mean, let me tell you a story about a guy. He lived down the street from us growing up. I didn't know this guy growing up. I knew his younger brothers, right? But later in life, I knew this guy because he was involved in computers and technology. So I was at the point, I was probably like 16, 15, 16. I was at the point in my life where I wanted to learn as much as possible about all this technology, right? So he was down the street, and he was the closest person I knew that could tell me what I wanted to learn, right? So I tried to become friends with this guy. He was a lot older than me.
Yeah.
But what happened was, and I didn't put two and two together, because in my mind, I put him on a pedestal of way up here, way up here, because I mean, this guy was so intelligent and so smart. He was talking to fucking astronauts, but
Yeah.
I ignored the truth of of the bad things he was doing. And I didn't find out till year. I literally didn't find out because I didn't know what he was doing, right? I literally didn't know what he was doing till I think it was a year or two later. But I befriended this guy because I wanted to learn as much as possible about what I was involved in, which was technology. And this guy, he just had one of those minds that knew everything, and I just wanted to absorb all that information. So here's what happened. I dated a girl. I'm gonna add this to it because this kind of brought me to some attention that I also ignored. I dated this girl, and somehow her friend knew this person that I was trying to absorb, you know, learn from. And somehow her friend knew this guy, whether, you know, friends or related somehow. And they found out that he was like a child molester, related to his cousins or something. And I couldn't believe it. I didn't want to believe it. I couldn't believe it because, you know, I thought I knew this person. And so the girl I was dating, I just kind of like told her, you know, that can't be true. And I blew it off. But here's what happened. Let me tell you what happened probably a year later. Me and my sister was in a restaurant eating breakfast. And this guy, not a kid, he's a guy. He's much older. He was much older than me. His parents were sitting across from us as we're eating breakfast. And I knew nothing about what was going on. Like, for example, like I just said about what my girlfriend thought she knew. I totally ignored that and forgot about it. So I saw his parents sitting across from us eating breakfast, and I got up out of my chair and I went over to them and I said, "How is it doesn't matter if how is Eric doing? It doesn't matter if his name's mentioned. How is Eric doing?"
Yeah.
And they got all weird. And I'm like, why are they acting like that? Because I had no idea what was going on at the moment, what I'm going to tell you in a second. So I sat back down with my sister, and then she told me what I had no idea what was going on. She told me, "Didn't you know he was charged with child molestation?" And I'm like, "Oh my God, I did not know that. I had no idea. I Are we talking about the same person?" She's like, "Yes." And I'm like, "Oh my God." I was just like fucking blown away because, when you think intelligence has a certain aspect or something to where that could never happen, but it's happening.
Yeah.
He was charged. He was
It,
charged. He went to prison. I actually heard the radio station in the local city that I was living in. They were,
yeah.
they were slandering him and everything else. And I'm like, "Oh my God, I can't believe this is happening." And
Yeah. It's like
he actually molested his cousins, and that's why his parents were acting weird in the restaurant that day. And here's me, gullible me. I know nothing about what's even going on until
yeah.
until
Right.
I'm the last person to know this. And
Yeah.
I was talking to this person like almost on a daily basis for a while. And it's like,
Yeah.
you really don't know what the fuck's going on with people, like Dawn had to deal with recently, until the shit hits the fan,
I
It's like,
person that is very into it, very astro, like you said, very IT, very smart in the fucking IT world, very in it. I mean, I had to return like he gave me this mask, and it's like if you're going to space, like a space mask, but it's for COVID. Very fucking futuristic, right? No idea. I remember him saying to me, "You have no idea what world you're getting into," and I was like, "Okay, cool, right?" This is a brilliant, a brilliant musician, a brilliant man. He was, but there are things that took over his life, which I feel I really don't know. But it saddened me today because yesterday I keep thinking the same day. It saddened me because person 6 years, 6 about this after this. I'm gonna go because it's full moon. I'm letting it fucking go. Okay, 6 motherfucking years. It doesn't fucking matter. He looked at me in the face and said, "You fart, Don." And I said, "What?" I said, "Motherfucker, you." I didn't say motherfucker because he's, I tried to watch my mouth. Maybe I said it. I don't know. But I said, "You knew emotional pain that I was going through. You knew where I was. You knew 6 years. You promised me they hurt me. You said that. I didn't ask any from you. You chose to give it to me, right? I didn't ask. And here I am, chasing, waiting. For real? And it's just, you never know. It's very sad to me. And that's what's disheartening to me. That's what makes me, like I said, I was sitting in the car after the initial. Thank you because I was at his home, and I'm glad I went because then there's no reason for me to get into trouble because I actually moved to a place where, it was safe and not around that property. But regardless, right, I just it's better off that way. And it just fucking sucks, man. It hurts I'm not saying that I'm the victim in this, but don't just everyone, no matter how many years you've known that people change, they get to things like, there's drugs that come into play, and things change. And this was something that changed, and I saw it. I didn't want to see it because I was planning on do it again, but he changed as a person, and the way he looked at me, and like I say on there, I said, I love you, it's thrown around like in ketchup. I like that saying because it's like you throw it on a hot dog, you fucking eat that shit, it's gone, you dissolve it. I love you, Don. Thank you. That's the last thing. He did come up to my window after, which I said, I love you, Don. Fuck that. You love me. Because love is, you guys, and love is unconditional. Love is something that you do not harm people, okay? I don't know what people think love is. Love is not conditional, your terms, whatever. Love is you love that person you through and through, no matter fucking what. That's my definition. Unconditionally, loyalty, trust, honesty, no fucking deceit. If you say you love me, you better fucking show me all of the things. And
especially trust.
Especially trust. Bowed down to me, I wanted to be like, this is the point where I wish that, and this is, I probably shouldn't, I won't say it so loud, but this is the point where I feel that I'm able to defend myself and be like, bam, you know what I mean? Just like, because that's not cool. Emotionally, you're fucking draining me. That's prison for me. And it's taken a lot of my life, and I'm just glad that it's over. I don't know if it's over, but it is for right now at this moment in time. I went there, I was ready to face the situation, and I'm always there. I will always be there to face the situation. And if you're too cowardly to show me, I just want it to go away. And the lesson has been learned. Will never fucking be repeated again. And if it's repeated, I will die. You want to know why? It's a little bit. It's just that's how it goes, right? I've already pushed myself enough in the addiction aspect of life to if I think my soul can take it anymore. And that's the honest truth. If you continue to burn the flame out, if you continue to ignore that feeling, like we talked about the flame, you continue to blow it out, it will eventually die. And I feel I'm at the point where I just want it to stay lit. And there's you gotta learn, like Brian says, you gotta learn experience. But I can't. There's no reason why I have to go back to something like that. So I'm glad it's done. I really want to cry, but I can't because I'm looking at condoms on my. But I make it humorous, and whatever. It is what it is. It's time to let it go. Yeah. So yeah, it's just time to let it go. That next time to start a new chapter, a new book. Maybe I don't know. What should my book be named?
It should be named
Untethered Muse.
Strength Beyond by Untethered Muse.
Man, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how if anyone's out there struggling, and they get up every day and they go through shit like anything like that. It's not easy. And if you're rising the fuck above it, it's very amazing that, Brian, you know this, you do this every day with your health and whatever you're going through. It's not fucking easy. Life is not easy. That's what I stress the most is you have to be willing to accept the truth, the authentic truth. That is your truth. The victim. Life is just what it is, and fucking just. Mm-hmm. And so I just want to say that, and I don't know.
What's disheartening most of all about all this is
what with that?
How do you trust people that are authentic after you deal with the fucking assholes over and over again?
I'm actually having a hard time with that. I actually sent a video memo to my mom, or not a video memo, but a voice memo, like I do my voices with. And I said to my mom today, I said, you know what, Mom, I'm so sorry for my reactions. The words out of my mouth, it's out of fear and anger, and I really need you right now. Like, I really need my mom. and I said what I've gone through with my father, what I've got. I have nobody. My family, I have no family. Okay? Check it out. I have no fucking family. My family right here is Aiden and I, and Chris. Every day he's here, and I'm gonna fucking cry right now. But I did this memo
It's
to
okay.
her
It's okay.
I want her to hear me, and I've spoken my truth that I've never done before. And I said, you need to be by my side, no matter what it looks like. We need to trust one another because I can't trust anybody right now. Honest to God, like I feel so fucked over that I just and I've grown so much to be able to do this message to you, and I want our relationship to grow, and I want it to be better for not only me but for it. But at the end of the day, I have busted my ass to get right here, to be on this YouTube, to sit with Brian. I don't even know this guy. I'm like, right? Based on what we talk about, hopefully we're both honest with one another. I know that I've fucking been, and I can't. But this, anyways, this voice went out to my mom, and the text that she sent me was, Dawn, I hear you. I hear you right now, and I want to work on it too. And I'm so proud of you for how much you've grown in and that is never. My mom says she's proud of me, like whatever, but I had to make her hear it, right? And a voice memo, if anyone, don't fucking text, leave a voice memo because they can hear you. They have to they gotta listen to the tone, to your truth. And I said I'm sorry for my action, but I am not sorry to my mom. I will never be sorry for my feelings ever again because all of these years, for 40 fucking however old I am fucking 50, I don't know, but all these years my feelings have been valid and no one's hurt me, and she hurt me. She fucking hurt me today, and I mean yesterday. I keep thinking about it. My mom sees me because I'm living the truth in my honesty. And I said, you know, we need to have this between you and I. And whatever I say to you, dude, it doesn't go to the family because I don't fuck that, right? I need to have one person that I can trust. I'm only asking fun. I think I can trust this guy right here. But there's my mom would. I just need literally 10 minutes away. I need that person that will fucking be there for me because right now, honestly, I'm cutting people out because of the way you say things. Look at it now clearly, how you treat me. I'm able to look at it clearly, and but I still need her, and just she heard me. I'm repeating myself, but it's been a long road. I yelled out loud, hello? but and who knows what's going to happen with that relationship, but she heard me. She hears me. Do I trust motherfuckers? No, motherfuckers, I don't trust you. So don't ask me for it. Don't ask me for fucking, you know. The fuck out of here. Good job, bro. I'm not your bitch. I'm not your hoe. Go get a job, yo. Yeah.
Dawn.
I'm trying not to cry, man.
So it doesn't matter. It's okay.
It doesn't
Dawn,
matter, yeah.
I've always been 100% with you at all times. That I can, you know, that I can say. But I'm so glad you sent a message, a
I would
voice
have to.
message to your mom. That's great. That's great. Because it does, like you said,
Yeah,
it does.
it was honest and sincere,
It's
and
just, it's so
I mean
much
that shit.
better. It's so much better than a text. It really is.
I mean, don't text because it's misconstrued, right? And then don't call. I know she's busy at work, so I don't want to like interrupt her at work. See, I'm like learning things, right? I don't want to be like react and just be like, eh. And so when she has time, I said, listen to it when you have time, and she did, and you got to be aware of other people, and who the fuck are you? Who are you? No, you got to be aware of other people as well as you're going through your situation. My mom got life to live too. You know what I mean? You have lives to live. You can't interrupt their day, bro. Dude, it's taking me this long. Oh, fuck. But I had to go through it. I had to go through this lesson. This was the common denominator was my fucking father. Common denominator, people. If you do not let go of something, it will fucking haunt you. And I watched our live before, like when we first started. If you do not let go of something, it will haunt you until you are able to see the authentic truth, people, okay? Because you will end up suffering. It will come at you, face value, and you fucking suffer. I didn't have to suffer, and you are in control of fucking suffering. So what do you want that to look like? I don't even know, but don't make it like I did, because I right now am starting to recover. It's not easy being honest, saying, "Oh, I did fucking ketamine. I did X." It's not easy saying, "Oh shit, guys, I did what I was right. I did that." That's my truth, and the only way is truth. How fucking free do you want to be? I don't fucking know, but yeah. So, and now it's going to be what it will be, and I believe in that. Everything happens for a reason, and that's it. And it happened on the full moon. Imagine that, right? Imagine that shit. And are you tired? What are you keep putting your head down for? Are you tired or what? What's going on?
No,
You keep
I'm
putting
just
your
no, I'm not
sad?
tired. Yeah, I'm sad for you. I'm just sad for you
Why?
because of the
It's not over
bullshit
yet?
you go through. It just sucks. You can't trust anybody.
Yeah, it's a big one. I started trusting people. I actually had someone tell me, you know what, you got to start somewhere. You got to start somewhere. You got to start somewhere. But that's not how it works. I trust a fucking drug dealer on the street more than I can trust a fucking my father. Can you believe that shit? I can trust a drug dealer on the street before I can
Yeah,
trust my, okay? I can actually
yeah,
see their truth.
I could believe that because I could never I could never depend on my mom for anything because it's just the way it is. I could trust I could trust a couple friends over my own family. Unfortunately, that's just how it is.
Uh, I met this woman on the beach yesterday morning. I went to Oceanside. I picked up this homeless man in East School, and I met him through the grapevine. And that's all I'm gonna say about that. But I had to go to the beach this morning. I had a long night. I was anxious about going to meet this person, but I met this one. She came up and asked her, and like, yeah, she's like, I'm a dope. She was just like, I like to smoke dope. I like to fucking what? I've never heard anybody so honest in my fucking life. You know what I mean? I smoke dope. I smoke too much dope to need a cigarette. Just like, you know what I mean? Waking up, like, fucking, it's out there, fucking, that's who I am. This is who I am. If you don't give me a cigarette, fucking, just get the shit out of the way. Be honest, people. You know? Fuck it.
You needed a cigarette.
It was cool. You know what I mean? It was just fucking epic. I've never heard anybody be as honest and real as that one was, and she had nice sweatpants, uncovered cuff. I don't know, but it was just like too honest, but at the end of the day, everyone needs to learn how to be honest with themselves, and regardless, be honest with other people. I mean, you don't have to go there out there and say, "Oh, why not? Why can't you say that you're a drug addict? Why can't you say that you're? Why can't you say those things to people? What is it that's keeping you? Why can't you say I'm a gangbanger? Why can't you say I fucking am this way? What is keeping you from saying? Who gives a fuck? No one knows your story. So what are you so afraid of, right?" And she had me thinking that she's not afraid. She knows her truth, and whoever judges, she's okay with it. And no matter who judges, she doesn't give a fuck. She doesn't give a fuck. Life, you know what path she's gone on, and say, you know what? Thank you for that. I just think you, regardless of what that, I just thought it was. Don't be a dope. Don't be that person. But
Well,
don't be afraid to be who the fuck you are at this moment, because it can change. And,
well, when people when people have nothing to lose, they don't really care what they tell people. You know, it's
I
like
mean,
that person. It's like that person that wants to blow up something. They're like they don't care anymore, so they don't care about
I'm
their
lucky.
life. They don't care about other people's lives, so they don't care what they have to say. You know,
Why,
they're at the point where they just don't care what you think of
why,
me, so it's out there.
I don't. People know my story from the gate when I talk to them. They know my story. I tell them exactly who I am in my how I'm feeling. Like afraid, fucking fearful. I from the gate when hi, I saw this. How are you? Well, this is how I am. I feel like shit. Well, why? Well, here's the story. You want to hear it? Right? I tell them from the gate, and
Want to hear it?
and things to lose, right? I have that voice because I've lost him before, but I'm just be the truth. There's no way. No, unless you're sneaky. No. Do you agree with that?
No, not at all. Just what I was thinking about the girl you were talking about. It's like they're at the point where nothing matters anymore, so
No,
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what they say to you, and that's why it is the truth, because nothing matters anymore. They don't care if they die tomorrow. You know, it doesn't matter. So that's why it's so truthful, because they're at that
yeah.
point where, you know, I don't care if I die tomorrow. So I'm going to tell you everything that I do, and that's the way it is, because it
And
doesn't matter no more. You know, some people are at that point. You know, it's just where.
everyone should be at
No,
that
no,
point.
what you were saying. No, I don't disagree with you at all. You should. I mean, you should tell your story if that's what you want to do. You
Here's
should
the
tell it.
here's the here's the shit kicker, right? Everybody should not be afraid to die, right? Everybody should not be in fear of death. Everybody should live each day like it's your last day and be
I agree.
honest.
I
Because that's
agree.
how
I agree.
she's not afraid, right? Because she's gone. I'm not afraid because I've gone through it.
Well, you
I'm
know,
not because no. Everyone should learn to not be afraid of death, regardless of grief.
I
I
agree.
know it's going to be. I went through the grief with my husband. I get that, right? It's really sad, lonely. It's fucking sucks. You should not be afraid of death because it actually happened. You have to be authentic. You have to be true to yourself because it's the only day that you got. So what are you going to do with
I
it, right? What the fuck are you going to do with
I
it? My name.
Little's got
My
something to
name.
say. Little's got something to
Morning.
say.
No, yeah.
No, I agree. I
Oh,
agree with you 100%. But this woman that you met, though, she is at the point where, you know, it
I
doesn't
can't
matter
say what
anymore.
point she. I don't.
It doesn't matter
I don't know.
anymore.
I can't
I
say
mean,
that.
no, no. Wait, hold on.
I don't know what.
Yeah, you do. If you study psychology, you know where she's at in her mind. She's at the point where I don't care if I die tomorrow. And that's exactly why she's acting the way she's acting.
I should be authentic and honest.
They should. They
From the
should.
gate.
But they should. I agree with that 100%.
Yeah.
As I'm authentic because I don't care. I'm ready to die. I'm ready. I don't care. I feel like I've learned. Sometimes I feel like I've learned too much. So I have no fear of death at all. So, but the stage that she's in, she's trying to cover up pain. So she's in a different point in her life where, like let's say I don't care if I die because I feel like I've been here too long and I've learned too much. But her, for example, she's trying. She's
We can't speak for other people, right? I can't fucking tell if she's figuring out. Yes, psychology tells us one thing, but you don't know what she's at, right? Man,
But-
her parents were fucking. They're mean.
But when you
Come on, man. No, she
but
does
when you
that for.
but when you study psychology, it all kind of goes together.
Right, but I'm not a psychologist, right? I may have gone to psychology. I'm able to learn behavior. I don't know what her life looks like. I'm not going to allow that. I cannot speak to where she's at because I don't know. And I always say this, you know, in my shoes, I've never worked in hers. Yes, maybe she's not afraid of it because she's experienced all the experience story. Like even though I had to go through this experience, I'm like, here's my story. Fuck it, man. I want you to know me for who the fuck I am because I haven't been able to speak the truth for so fucking long. And no, I'm not afraid to die today. I'm not going to say that. But like, know me now. Why are you wasting time? Why are you lying? Why are you putting on a mask? We talk about this. Take the fucking mask off. Take the mask off. The circus is in town. And fucking put on a condom. It's all basic.
Yeah.
Stop being basic.
Take that mask off.
I'm saying fucking basic.
Take that mask off.
Keep the condom off and stop being so basic. Especially when they're expired. It's like July. It's 2000. Here, Aiden.
Those motherfuckers are old.
Let's try not to. Okay. Oh. I'm so classy. I'm classy. Ready? Do you guys know how to
Try
put
one.
on them? So you go like this. This is sex education 101.
Don't use a condom after the expiration date.
It's not breaking. How many years I put it? Look, it's not breaking.
All four. Four.
It's not breaking.
Four.
1,
4.
5. It's not breaking. Actually,
You got to go faster. Faster.
I'm
Harder.
But
There you go. See, there you go.
basic.
Don't use a condom after the expiration date.
Stop being basic, man. Don't use expired condoms. Get it fucking done. And just live. ASLV is in the house and is in the house. And skateboard. What skateboard company is that? It's called. I can't see it, but something surf or skate. You can see it, right? Go to the left to right. Your hat. What does that say?
Oh, my hat?
Your hat. Not your workout. Yeah, modern skate and surf. We love skateboarding, by the way. I mean, I haven't skateboarded since I've fallen. But just living.
You had a bad fall, though. You had a bad fall.
Oh, man. I did have a bad fall. But you know what? I got that. Here I am today.
¿Cómo estás?
Bien, ¿y tú?
I'm learning.
Yeah, so what else did I want to say? Oh, I went on live on the TikTok for the first time in a long time. I don't even know how long it's been. But I went on, we did our thing, but I went on at maybe like 4 in the morning. I don't know. Very fucking
What day was
beautiful. I do say so. Bob Marley, Fleetwood Mac, and this was yesterday. This was yesterday morning around this time.
Saturday?
After we did our pod. Did we do a pod?
Or,
after we did our pod, I'm like,
Friday.
you know what? I haven't been on. Yeah, I was just feeling it. And when I feel something, I roll it. And I haven't felt it in long time. I helped a bunch of people, and I had almost it was like 444 people. Then I had 222 people. Then it went down to like the numbers, the sequence of numbers is like fuck, and the average was like 105 or something, 90. But I start doing those because I'm still able to do it when I let go of the shit. I flow better, and it's been a long time I've been held hostage. It was badass. I missed the talk that doesn't stop. It's Untethered Muse. Brian has hello Brian and was it something in the way?
Something in the way. 777.
Yeah, I had a second one. Fuck that one. It was cool. It was if you have to have a backup account on TikTok, like fuck that. Like I don't know, get your shit together. But it was awesome. I'm happy to be back on the TikTok. And people aren't gonna fucking remember me, but yeah, they loved it.
They've been
it was great.
Don. They've been waiting for you. I've been getting messages. They're like, "Where you guys at? I missed you so much. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at?" I've been getting so many messages from people, and they're asking me. I don't know why they're asking me. I mean, they should be asking you where you're at.
I think we should go on TikTok before we go. Actually, what time is it? I'm supposed to go.
We will.
Who cares?
We will at let's see, 8.
I think I'm gonna stop. I'm supposed to leave. I was gonna go look at the sunset. I was supposed to do it yesterday, but I couldn't do it.
At 5 o'clock, we will go on TikTok.
5 o'clock on the the sunset starts. I mean sunset and sunrise. It doesn't matter. You guys are more important. So I want to ask you a question.
Okay.
If you were JSLV, you're just living life, right? Like you say, you're just flowing, just being called life. What is one suggestion that you could give someone who is struggling to just live?
Well, as you know me, I kind of need details. So, what are they struggling with?
I don't know. So they could be struggling with a medical condition. They could be struggling with grief. They could be struggling with I don't know. People telling them
you don't know what they're struggling with.
Who knows? What if you didn't know anybody, right? You walk up, you didn't know what they
were going through. It could be anything. It could be anything.
Anything.
Okay.
Anything, right? Because everyone goes through their own shit. What is
right.
What is something that you would say to them?
Here's what I would say. And it's very important.
Don't make me cry. Don't do it.
It doesn't. You can cry. It doesn't matter. It's emotions are real, and this is the real deal. We're a real talk, real deal. You can cry. It's all right. Here's what I would say. Okay, whatever you're going through, here's what you have to do.
Suggestion, not have to.
Yeah, you're right. Suggestion. This is only advice and guidance because I'm not here to control you. I'm only here to guide you, to give you advice. And whether you use it to your advantage or not, it's up to you. So here's what I would say as a guidance to any problem. It's a little bit more difficult to any problem because you kind of like it's like the averages, but it's okay. It still works because I like details, but this is fine. Here we go. Ready? I would say the first thing you have to do is step back. You have to separate yourself from everyone so you can think clearly. That's the most important thing, is to be able to think clearly. And then separate yourself from body so you can look at yourself and see what's going on. When you can separate yourself from body and come over here and see what's going on, because your spirit, your soul is controlling this body, right? So when you can separate yourself for a second and see what's going on and say, hey, I don't really like what's going on, so I'm going to change that. I'm going to change that. I'm going to fix that.
Listen, Linda.
So
Listen to that soul.
listen, you got to listen here. You got to listen here first, because
Yeah.
sometimes this takes over, and then emotions also take over, and then we can't hear this anymore, and then this gets confused a lot because it's physical, matter, tissue, brain, human. Our spirit, our soul, and our body are two different things. Our soul is controlling the body.
I am so proud of
So
you. I'm interrupting. Sorry.
go ahead.
I'm proud of you. I'm so proud of you for seeing that, because you have always thought it was mind before the soul, and
Well,
to hear you say that
that's just a mistake I do, because I'm always using my mind all the time. Because my soul, for me personally, my soul is already kind of like my soul is like this. It already knows what to do, right? So that's why I'm always going to my mind, because my mind's next. But for the average person, it has to start here. It has to start here, because if it doesn't start here, then you don't really want it. You don't really want that change. You don't really want something to happen. It has to start here. And then the next step is where the power comes in, to where you can actually do what you feel. You feel that you want something to change. Here's where the power lies in you, where you can change that. You can make that fictitious thought. Some people might say to you, "Oh, that you can't do that." Oh yeah, watch me. The mind is so fucking powerful. You can do any fucking thing you want. And it all starts here. It doesn't matter what it is.
Here, then it goes here.
Any change you want to make starts here, because this is the will, the strength, right?
Willingness.
I want to do this. I want to fucking do this. I'm going to overcome this. I'm going to, I'm going to do whatever I want to do. And then this has to take over. The will comes here, but this has to take over next, because this decides which way you're going to go, because you can fall back down real easy because of here.
There's a skateboard company. It's Diamond. Diamond is a skateboard company, and they have this shirt called Mind Over Matter, and that's true, right? Mind
over matter.
Diamond is epic, but mind over matter only comes when you are willing to accept what is, right? What is your truth? So when he's saying that, I had to say that. Mind over matter. Mind over the situation that you're willing to accept the truth of. Right? That you're willing to accept your truth. You're not a victim. Nobody is a victim. Okay? I'm going to point this out. Okay? There are victims there. There are abusive, but here's the shit kicker of it. Choice. Some people don't have a choice. Some people have. You can't get out. I want to put that stigma. I want to do that. Mind over matter only comes in certain situations where you know what to do. You have that feeling. You feel it. I know everyone feels it. It's even liars, thieves, cheaters, whatever. You know what you're fucking doing, right? You know that it's wrong. You know, but you do it anyways. That's that feeling that you get. You know that's wrong. But you do it anyways, over and over and over again. Okay. That's the mind over matter. Be willing to accept what is, even though it may cause you consequences. I've been there. But you have to own up to your truth. And then your mind, you have to be able to to be strong enough to hold on to that, to have the mind that the strength of the mind, right? And but everything lies deep inside of you first and foremost. But it comes, you're right, mind over matter. It's like you have to have the strength and willingness to get through any situation. I really like that. Mind over matter.
Yes,
Not
and
easy.
no,
I
it's
feel like I
not
have to
easy.
say this is going to be right. People may not like what I have to say, and maybe Brian. Oh, I thought you froze. And I want to say this in a context where it's going to be. But remember that time that I was on Saturday nights with this person talking about abuse, narcissistic abuse, or whatever. So and people don't have a choice and they can't get out. Actually, you do. Everything comes with a choice, right? Abuse is not acceptable to anyone, male, female, pronoun, whatever the pronouns. Everyone has a choice to get into a relationship to see it for what it is, but avoid the fucking first red flag that you see. And I'm not saying that it's okay to be abused. Listen to that. That first instinct, right here, that you feel, that first red flag that you feel. I want to break the cycle here, is what I'm trying to say. The first feeling that you feel that it's not okay to be in this relationship or anything of it, if you feel like it's not going to be okay, get the fuck out. Okay, if you're making choices to fucking stay because you ignored that fucking, and I've done it multiple times. So this is, I'm not saying that's your fault, but at that moment, we first meet, right? Held that hand, something happened, red flag. You fucking missed the opportunity. You have a choice to get the fuck out. And I have to say that because you brought it to my attention. It is your choice. It is up to you. It is your fucking choice. And that's misconstrued. That's so fucking looked past, right? And I see it. I didn't see it for a long time. To right now, like I just with my relationship with Germ. And the first moment he grabbed my hand in front of my kids, I should have set him out, and I didn't do that. Okay. You have that feeling, that moment in time that will come to you, and if you fucking miss it, hold on tight, man, because it's gonna come back, and if you continue, and now you're the victim, and now this happens. But I want to say that I no longer play the victim in that relationship or in other relationship because I had that moment in time, and I fucking knew it, and I had the choice to get out, and I fucking didn't. And that's all I say. If someone disagrees with me, no, it's not okay. Abuse is not okay. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that we all feel this way, like he just said. We all have that here. And it's time to overmatter that feeling. To fucking get the fuck out. Consciously aware of that situation at that time. And that's all. So, if you're going through abuse or anything like that, please, I'm right here. You can, Untethered Muse on Insta without the E. Something in the way, hello Brian, but Untethered Muse on the TikTok. But you guys, clarity, moment in time, and like I said, we're in control of our own suffering. I'm sorry, did I just go off the tangent? I just have to say that for some reason. I don't know why. I don't even feel sorry for that. I just feel like.
No, it's important what you have to say. It's important. Very important.
How do you feel about
Because
this?
I feel awesome about what you said because there's people out there right now that are going through the same thing and they don't know what to do. But when they hear your words, they're like, "Oh," because the problem with everything sometimes is people don't, they get so lost in emotions and everything else. They don't know what to do. They don't know what, they're like this. They're going right and left, up, down. They don't know what to do. But then they hear someone that went through something and they made the right decision, and they're like, "Oh my God, that's what I should be doing." That's what they're saying to themselves right now when they're watching this. That's what I should be doing. So you just help somebody, just like that, just like that. And that's what's fucking great about
It's from
what you're doing. What you might think you're going on a rampage of words, but it's not. You're getting out the emotions that you need to, and it's helping someone out there. And I want to add to it. I want to add to it.
Yeah.
Something else is very, very important to everybody. When it doesn't matter what you're going through. It can be anything. You can't lie to yourself. Can't lie to yourself. Because there's so many people I know that lie to themselves. And then if they can lie to themselves that easy, right? Guess what? Guess what's going to happen? They're going to lie to everybody else.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
That much easier. Because if they can lie to themselves about whatever they're going through to make them think themselves that everything's okay, and then they want everybody else to think everything's okay, and lying to other people is going to be like this, a snap, because they've been lying to themselves for so long. So it's very important, whatever you're trying to overcome, you got to be fucking truthful. You can't lie to yourself about it. You can't. And if you have to, if you have to fucking fight, if you have to fight the government, if you have to fight organizations, it doesn't matter who you have to fight. Do it. Fucking fight those motherfuckers, because you cannot lie to yourself, because they will lie to you also. Don't trust them just because they got money or they got knowledge. They think they got knowledge. Some of them think they got knowledge. They don't got fucking knowledge. Yeah. Just never let anybody intimidate you to where if you think something's wrong, if you feel it in here, something's wrong, step back and say, hey, this ain't feeling right.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Don. Go ahead, speak.
Listen.
I'm listening.
Listen to that first. It's not right. Listen to what he just said. You feel that first time, like I said, when you feel it. And we're only speaking from experience because we learn from our experience. And I wouldn't be saying this, or he wouldn't be saying this if I just learned it. The moment that you feel that it's not right, you guys, I have to still do this. Hello, I just went through this. The moment that I felt that it wasn't right, and you ignore that, guess what, motherfuckers? You're lucky that you didn't go to jail. You're lucky you didn't go to prison. You're lucky you're still here with you know what I mean? There's so many luck, right? It's called you're fucking blessed. You got one more time. There's no other time than right now. Listen to that voice, because there is a soul. That little feeling you get in your stomach, right? Butterflies. I shouldn't be doing this. It's called intuition. It's called God. It is called you have all the answers that lies deep inside of you. And so many people just doubt themselves, and that's okay. Doubt is okay, but please, 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 I am telling you, whatever it takes, whatever your life looks like right now, whatever you have a needle in your arm, you're fucking drinking about, I don't give a fuck. When you feel that, catch that, right? And if you can't catch that, I hope that you make it through. I really do. I hope that you do. And I don't even know how I'm here, standing, like sitting here on the phone right now. I feel like I shouldn't be here because I had that moment in time where I thought I caught it and I missed it. Caught it, missed it, caught it, missed it. And now you know what, motherfuckers, I fucking caught it, and I'm not gonna fucking miss it again. easy when you're in delusion or trauma or all that shit. But that moment that you set your intention, that I saw it, right? Like, I felt it. Hopefully you make it through and catch it. I don't know how that, it's such a hard thing to catch that time. But people know, man. People play the victim all the time. I did it for many years. I no longer play the victim anymore. I have a part in that. And it's huge, we say. It's fucking huge. And everyone has a part in something. In any interaction with anything that they do. Just fucking own up and stay true. Think. No. I don't know. Holy shit. Wait, what did I just say? But, yeah. Just own it.
And a lot of people, no, what you just said that you said you didn't know. What did you say? Everything you said was right on.
I didn't fucking own it for the longest time. Like, I played the victim. Oh fuck!
Yeah.
Why me? Why me? Why me? Why me? Why am I going to jail for fucking punching it? Why am I putting myself? Why the fuck do I have a fucking restraining order? Why the fuck am I getting a DUI again? Why? Guess what, motherfuckers? I did that. I didn't listen to myself. First of all, I didn't know who this was because of childhood trauma. Okay? You gotta be willing to go and work on that. Like, it takes work. I'm not gonna sit here and say you're gonna hear that voice like right away. You know, I understand how we're gonna go. But you've got to do the work, you guys. Like, you have a part. I have a part in everything in my life, and I didn't until 42 years, till yesterday, or the day before. But I am able to accept that I have a part, and I am no longer a victim of a situation, circumstance, people, places, and things. I can let it go now, but I am no longer a victim. Not saying abuse is cool. I'm not saying that, but you have a part in that. Okay, you are unwilling to get out of something. Okay, that was affecting you in a certain situation. We all have a part. Look at the honest to God truth, authentically, truthfully, honestly, and fucking accept it. That's it. And once you accept it, it's done. The only reason why I feel that abuse happens over and over again is blame happens. Blame. Own up to it, man. Own up to the fact that you have a part. I guarantee fucking to you. I don't know. Alright, that's it. Just know your worth. Know your truth. Honest. Till death do us part. I don't fucking know. It's perjury. No, I'm kidding. Just fucking honest, man. Perjury over penalty. I don't give a fuck. Sign fucking own up to your fucking truth, man. Like, your part. That's it. I'm done. Raving. It's 5:03. How do you? Sorry, I just like I just. It's cool to see that that.
No, I'm glad you're getting this out there because it's important. You know, that's real emotion. And I like to add things to it because they just pop in my mind. Like, as you're talking, as you're spitting these words out, I'm trying to process them all, and then I'm like, oh well, let me add this to it. So I'm gonna add something to it. Here's what I'm gonna add to it. Everything she said is 100%. But here's something else people do. They ignore themselves or the situation, and they think everything's okay. They ignore it. They ignore it, and they go on doing what they're doing, which is declining, right? Because they're ignoring the situation to begin with, and they're pretending that it's not happening. So that's what I mean by ignoring. They're like, everything is fine, but they're going like this. constantly, and it can be related to anything, relationships, whatever, jobs, anything. And they think in their mind it's okay, everything's all right, I'm and they're ignoring it. So, it just keeps going and going and going and going and going. So
Yeah.
everything she said is 100%. And
It,
part of the problem sometimes of what she said is what I'm trying to say now is don't ignore don't ignore what's right in front of you. Don't ignore it. Don't pretend that it's okay. Don't pretend that it's okay when it's actually not, because you're going to end up in the same situation that she was talking about.
yeah,
That's all I wanted to add to it.
I want to say this because I want people to feel that like what you're going through, abuse, if you're learning, or anything that's happening to you, is okay, right? That's not what I'm saying. Or I think that's connection. I don't even know, but I'm not saying that that's okay. Anything is that okay? But you have a choice. Get out, right? Call. You have. There is a way to get out. There is a way to ask for help. And at the end of the day, so what he's saying is, I ignored a lot of things. I could sit here and say, I'm fine, I'm good, uh, and I'm like doing like a little fucking shady shit on the side. Right? So social media, everything, it's like a facade. If you truly, it takes. I have. It takes a lot of work and help, and trauma is hard, but we all have a choice in that. And even I hate saying this because we all live in this delusion that life is going to be white kid. What do I say? White pigs, butterflies, unicorns. I don't know. It's just going to be this life that we have, and unfortunately, it's not like that. And until you break the cycle, until you make that move to stop being the victim, like nothing's going to change in your world. And actually, you know what? No. You have a choice to get out of the abuse that you're in. You have a choice to stop drinking. You have a choice to stop doing drugs. You have a choice to see it for what it is. Everyone has a choice. I'm not doing that anymore. I'm not going to sit here and go through rehab over and over and over again 41 years later and say that, I'm sorry, I didn't get this time. You fucking got it. You got it. You got it. Just like I was talking about. I never said this before in many years. But at the end of the day, man, if you really fucking want to live and you really want to fucking be and live your purpose, because we weren't brought here to suffer, and you truly fucking authentically want to be here, because Chris doesn't get to be here. There are a lot of people that don't get to be here. Then own up to your shit. Stop. I can't do it anymore. I can't say, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. I just, I look at things a different way right now, as I'm going through this, and as long as I play victim, I no longer want to be that. It was my choice. I decided to be through and through this whole entire life, 40, how old am I again? But I decided that was my choice. The path they designed out for you, what choice you would choose. Yes, no, right, left, backward, forward. You choose to make it. It's already designed for you, but you have to choose for self, authentically, honestly, and stop listening to noise. If that's you, I don't know. I really feel really passionately about what I just said, but it's been 15 minutes, so.
But how do you feel about podcasts?
What do you mean? You don't like it? This podcast?
No, I like it. I asked you how you feel about it. I
What
felt
do you
I
mean how
felt
I
like
feel?
it was really honest. Like, I mean, like sometimes we like to have fun at the same time of trying to bring information or hope to people, but this time it was more honest, like the whole time. Like there wasn't much
I do.
entertainment.
I,
There was just
I,
totally 100% honest the whole time.
I I like to have fun, and but when I'm going through something transformation, and so I want to go through that I want to go through it with people because I've never gone through it with people. Honestly, gone through it and spoken my truth. I've never had a voice my entire fucking life, and I've always had to hold myself back from feeling the way that I feel, and I'm not doing that anymore because I only have one life to live, and today I know my truth. Today I no longer say, no matter what, if you fucking were to fucking make a comment on my podcast and be like, I don't think you should stop talking that shit. No, you should look at yourself, right? Because I've gone through it, I've experienced it, gone through it. I own up to my shit. Today I will own up to anything that ask me. I'll tell you, man, own it. And my mom saw me, heard me. Okay, did you not hear before? I own up to it, and I've stuck by that through and through, regardless of who the fuck I have in my life, and I don't. And at the end of the day, when people say I don't believe what you have to say, well, you know what? It's not about me. It's about you, right? It's about what you need to look at. I'm affecting you because you feel it deep inside, and you need to look at that and to look at it for many years. And I'm tired of looking at it. I'm ready to fucking just bring it, real talk. We'll have fun. We will have fun. But I will be here to share my experience, strength, and hope with people as much as you are. Brian's falling asleep. I'm gonna let him go, but Brian will tell his story and his second part of his story. I think that will be the next podcast. So get ready for Brian's story because he has a pretty good story. I don't even know what it'll be, but it's gonna be soon. But check this out. This is me. This is my truest, most authentic self to this whole. Dude, I lost so many people. Man. Who the fuck are you? What happened to me? I don't give a fuck, man. They call me a fucking idiot. Oh, I've had voicemail. That voicemail that I had, man, it's cool. But or woman, whatever your pronoun is. Hello, sir. You want me to feel pedo? But we'll have fun. We will do that. Hey, yo, we will have fun, yo. Do you remember me on the corner? Do you remember I gave you that fucking bag of fucking cocaine? Oh, you remember the cocaine? You remember that fucking shit you snorted with the hookers? Do you fucking remember that? I'll fucking beat your ass because you fucking pay me. Eh? I fucking remember you. I'll never fucking forget you, though. I fucking see
Me?
you.
You talking?
You
talking to me?
right. I fucking see you with hookers on your back. I gave you a fucking
You talking to me?
Oh, did I call you Mo? Harry, oh, fuck, Harry Regina was there too. I don't fucking know who that fucking shit is. Harry Regina. The fuck? But I fucking see you. Okay? We on this podcast through and through, but at the end of the day, I still have a hairy vagina. And I don't know. But it's fucking cool, man. Like, I'm
Hairy Regina.
Holy Culkin or something on Home Alone. I don't know. I'm not afraid of you. I'm not afraid anymore to speak my truth because I have made it. I have made it to where I no longer will accept other people say it. I made it that way, right? My mom, don't talk to me like that, mom. My feelings about it. I made it known that worth. I know who the fuck I am. If you don't like it, well, you know what? I'll see you. I don't know, tomorrow or something. You know, it's just like. But like, I have to work hard to get here. It's not easy. But yeah, it's fucking. I want to keep it 100. And if you don't agree with me, that's cool. To each your own. To each their own. I love everybody. Everyone has a path. And do you like? Somebody's gonna call me bipolar because I was screaming and then I lowered my voice. Are you bipolar? Yup. And I also have multi-personality.
Yeah, we got like multi-personality voices. Ooh.
I don't know because we stay up all night. We work our asses off, and that's just something that happens. But no, I'm here to bring it, and I don't give a fuck what you say. shit, I just showed my what? Ooh, no, I'm just kidding. So Brian, what the fuck, man? Brian's tired. Brian's tired.
No,
Thank
I'm
you
not. I'm
for
not
being
tired.
my. We're not gonna do. We're gonna go to sleep. We're both going to sleep. We need to
No, let's go
okay?
live. Let's go live in 10 minutes. Let's go live in 10 minutes.
Congratulations, everyone. Uh, he was falling asleep. He's tired. So
I'm not tired.
10 minutes. Actually, I will go live. I'm gonna let you rest. I'm gonna go watch the sunset. I mean, this. Wait, what? Sunrise. So it's at 6:35. I'm gonna go. But you and I will go live. I want you to get some rest. I appreciate you, Brian. Thank you, you guys. Congratulations for rising the fuck above and being on our live. I hope you guys fucking share this, like it, fucking. What is it called? Share, like, fucking repeat. But you guys are awesome. You're worthy. You're compassionate. And at the end of the day, always fucking remember that you are the most motherfucking important person. And fuck you, other bitches, those bros. I don't even know those essays, vatos. You fucking. Yeah. I don't know you. But yeah, much love to you guys, and we'll see you motherfuckers really
¿Cómo
soon.
estás?
Thank you very much. Bien, ¿y tú? Adiós.